Hello everyone, it's Hygienic Guitarist here. We obviously have the most hygienic guitar, which is the Gretsch White Falcon. And we have a Fat Tire beer in our lap. So cheers to everyone. Healthy and long life. Why am I making this video today? As you know, I am the most radical philosopher of our age, of our aeon. And there's a matter that we all need to discuss intimately. I don't know if you guys have noticed, but, I'm 25. I was born in 2000, the best year, obviously. If you were born in 2000, please like and subscribe right now and hit that notification bell. We need to discuss not the declining quality of produce, of the 50 to 75% decline in the nutrient content over the past 20 years in the produce we are sold and consumed. But we need to discuss potatoes, the potato pandemic, more specifically. What is the potato pandemic? When I was a kid, we could buy potatoes from any grocery store, and the potatoes would last half a month to 1.5 months without sprouting, or longer because I'm gaslighting myself. They would last that extent or longer in our pantries. We bought potatoes knowing that we'd make them in the future because potatoes are a shelf-stable crop, historically speaking. Now, after the pandemic, it seems to me that most, if not all, of the potatoes that are available for purchase in grocery stores, they sprout they're already sprouted when you buy them, or 2-3 days at most after you put them in your pantry. Folks, I don't know if you realize this, but because of everything going on in the United States of America, farmers are not training their children. Farmers do not have a progeny that will take over their livelihood. We are facing a situation in which in the near future, millions of people will starve to death. Do I care about this? No. However, if you care about it, you should do something about it. I'm making this video because every potato I buy, every potato bag is either partially sprouted, nascently sprouted in the bag, or they sprout within 2 or 3 days. This runs in complete antithesis to how potatoes used to be purchased and how they used to behave once purchased from the grocery store. We are facing a crisis in which they are selling us potatoes that are sprouted, which are toxic to human beings, which, if planted, run the minor yet non-zero risk of spreading the, whatever that potato disease is. I don't know, like virus, whatever it is, right? You know what I'm saying? And nobody's talking about this. Nobody talks about the potatoes we buy in the grocery store. The potato which has every single amino acid that a human being needs, carbohydrates, micronutrients, one of the most nutritious food items, is slowly being stripped and robbed from us. The potato pandemic. Folks, if you think this is bad, Wait 5 years. You will be forced to buy potatoes with sprouts growing out of them, with human toxins and anti-nutrients growing within them. You will be forced to buy green potatoes. You are already being implored and forced to buy green potatoes at the grocery store. You think I'm kidding? Go to a grocery store in Bensalem, Pennsylvania. Go to any grocery store in New Jersey, anywhere. This is not funny. We have two options as Democratic Republican citizens of the United States of America. The first option is to vote people in who will fix this problem. And if that's not feasible or tenable, the only other option we have is to start growing our own food. Folks, we are reaching a critical point. We will be facing mass starvation in the United States in less than 10 years if things continue at this rate. Like I said, for all vegetables across the board, and you can verify what I'm saying, nutrients are decreasing 50 to 75% in these genetically modified vegetables that are being sold to the American public, but all over the world as well. Potatoes are being sold in a sprouted form or nearly sprouted. They do not last as long as they did originally in prior times. If this continues on the trajectory, which is a parabolic or exponential trajectory, as seen within the past 5 years since the pandemic, 6 years, whatever, we are headed towards a disaster. So if we want to eat potatoes that last longer and are not poisoning us, we have to change the political landscape as citizens and or start growing our own food. Think about this very seriously. I know you have seen this. What happened to the Irish when they could not have access to potatoes? What happens to any society that does not have access to energy? Cheap, reliable, and abundant energy. If we lose potatoes, if we lose corn, etc., we'll get ready. Folks, think very, very hard about this.